do they say? TGI Friday or something like that. TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday. We're going to talk today about asking the right questions, the power of your mind. We're also going to learn a little bit from my guy, Kobe. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of this guy before, but there's this guy, Kobe Bryant, and he has all kinds of wisdom and knowledge, and he's no longer with us in the living, but he's still with us on another level. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to prove that to you. I'm going to prove that he is still with us in a very physical and tangible way on today's episode of GM3X. You guys are like, what the heck are we talking about? The ghost of Kobe Bryant may be making an appearance right here on GM3X today. We're also going to talk about some lessons that we've learned from the past year. And we have some incredible and really, really, really amazing news that we're going to share with you today as well. So all that and more jam-packed in 29 minutes of programming right here on GM3X. That's right. I'm putting it out there. 29 minutes. Let's go. Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, September 16th, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, September 16th, 2022. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Right out the gate, I just want to say good morning to Bella Linda. Thanks for being here with us today. Sherilyn Harry, I am glad you're here as well. Lee Newton, welcome to the building. Thanks for being here with me today. We've got a powerful episode. I am coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. And right now here in Lexington, Kentucky, it is 57 degrees outside. That's right. It is 57 degrees outside. It's wonderful. It's freaking marvelous, right? Just a little bit crispy in the morning. It's like you feel alive when you step out into the 57 degrees at 4:30 in the morning, or whatever time I leave my house, right? And so it's 57 degrees now. It's a high of 85 today, okay? High of 85. Like, this is wonderful, amazing weather. As the sunrises start to become a little bit later, and the sunsets are starting to happen a little bit earlier, right? September 16th. September is clearly here. We are clearly headed into the fall. And what a fascinating year it's been if you really take the time to look back. What's up, Liza? That's right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a fascinating year it's been, right? I mean, there has been, if you really take the time to look back over the last 9 months, there has been ridiculous amount of innovation breakthroughs. Like, if you follow MIT and some places like that, there are ridiculous amounts of innovational breakthroughs that are happening right now. We also have technological achievements on a level unprecedented, right? It's like moving so fast. The advancement of technology is crazy. And then also this year, on the other side of that, we have had shared moments of awe and shared moments of tragedy. There have been wars that have been broken out, that have broken out around the world here in 2022. And we've also had losses of loved ones, including recently our friend Michelle Suri, who those of us in the Rise and Grind community that have been around for a long time, we all know Michelle Suri. And then there's also been blessings of new life, right? My boy Evan Walters just recently had his baby, and it's so amazing to see them, right? To see them transition. It's Destiny's first child, and it's just incredible, right? As we go through these seasons. And if you start to look back and you think about this year, the sun has risen and set. It has risen and set 251 times already this year, right? 251 sunrises, 251 sunsets. And if you're really counting, if you're really doing some math, we got about 100 days. Not about. We have exactly 100 days until Christmas this year. Don't get mad at me. Yes, I put it out there. You got 100 days. All right? 100 days from today, you'll be celebrating Christmas. So some of y'all might need to start getting ready today. The rest of y'all, that means you've got 99 days before you have to worry about any of that, right? But it's insane, right? The entire universe is nearly like 1 year older, right? And this clock just keeps ticking. It just keeps ticking. And I really love this time of year. You know, yesterday, my son, Joel Bryant, this kid's incredibly passionate about the game of soccer. And we went ahead and put a soccer field in at our house. We have like permanent goalposts cemented into the ground in our front yard. We're blessed to have 10 acres. And so we put a soccer field out there, and my son goes out there and he practices somewhat frequently, not every day yet. He's still building and developing that habit. But yesterday, with the sun rising a little bit later in the morning, yesterday, and it being a little chilly, we were able to get out there, right? We were able to get out there before the sun had completely come up, and we were able to run these drills. And there was this moment right here, for those of you that are watching the full production, there was this moment where I just saw this young man, you know, out there with the sunrise in the background, and he's just out there, he's getting it, right? He's out there putting in the work, doing the drills, doing the footwork, running the laps, doing all the things, right? Doing all of the things. And it just hit me. It's like, golly, man. That kid's 10 years old already. 10 years old, right? My firstborn son, he's 10 years old. A decade has gone by since his birth. It's crazy. It's hard to imagine, right? And so I'm seeing these kids develop. I'm seeing members of this community develop. I'm seeing our business develop. I'm seeing relationships develop. I'm seeing all of these things as we go through these seasons. And I'm reflecting on it this morning. And I was like, man, this is just fascinating to me. Like another year, another lesson, right? Another year, another lesson. And so what I want to do today is I want to reflect just a little bit. I want to reflect and ultimately see how far we can go. That's right. I know that sounds a little weird. I'll say it for you one more time. I want us to reflect and see how far we can go. You see, we're going to look back to determine ultimately how we move forward. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show? Y'all know we got to do some dancing on this show. We got to get these bodies in motion. Listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So we got to get this object in motion. And I got to get this hair under control. On a little side note, I'm looking at that this morning going, holy smokes. We're going to have to do something about that. For those of you that are listening over on Clubhouse, feel free. Click the link at the top of the room. Come join us. Come join us. You can watch today's episode. We'd love to see you. For those of you that are watching live on Facebook this morning, I'm getting a few messages. People are having a hard time finding the show. So do me a favor and tag your friends, those that you've been starting every morning with for a while. Go ahead and give them a tag this morning. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. All right. So if you're on Facebook, share this out. Clubhouse, we're going to share it out. Frederick, Subprime, Hero, Leonard, it's great to see you. And for those of you on Clubhouse, go ahead and hit that share button as well. And I love seeing the dancing emojis, right? You can do like, hey, what's up, Lou? I got Lou and Fred at the same time. You can like click on your profile. You can do a little Giphy of dancing like Christina Howard's doing right now. So I'd love for you to do that over there on Clubhouse. I love seeing everybody dancing over there. But we got to get moving, all right? We got to get moving this morning. We got to get rocking and rolling. Wow, the numbers just leapt up on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for tagging your friends. Thanks for jumping in. I greatly appreciate it. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, Gunny Gonzalez. I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching this show live or you're watching on replay, you're catching it later, whatever the case, reach out, let's connect, say what's up. I greatly appreciate it. Those of you on Clubhouse, you can say good morning over in the chat. Go ahead and hit that while y'all all doing that dancing. Jeff and Patty are dancing in like unison with the same emoticon there. I love that. Good morning, Solstacito. What's up, Amy Myers? Yeah, Fred and Lou are in the building. Gloria. What's up, Gloria? Great to see you. Janelle Griego. Good morning. Mrs. Gill Beecraft. Good morning as well. Vicky Everett is in the building. Melvin Rodriguez. What's up? I see Kim Walsh Phillips is here with us today. Beth Lucchese. By the way, Liza, if you haven't seen it yet, Beth has an amazing new commercial. She took all the things we talked about from the training and put them into action. I'm so proud of that young lady. Josh. Oh, that was weird. Josh. 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 Is in the building. All right, that sounded a little bit better. Janelle Griego. What's up, Yen? I'm glad you're here. I see Mac is in the building. Tom Popelka, the mother funda, is up in here. There we go, Sankey, pushing up them weights. I love it. What's up, Valerie Christine? I'm so glad you're here. Renee Nord, the queen, is in the building. Jackie's up in here. Sheila and Felicia. Linda and Regina are in the building. Miranda, I'm glad you're here. What's up, Mary Kim? Allison, great to see you. How you doing, Megan DiMartino? What's up, Julio Soto? Angela is in the building as well. That's right, Megan and Lolita, the queen. Somebody throw that girl a badge. She been moderating up in here for all the times. What's she doing hanging out there with no green bean? Hit my girl Lolita, thank you. Michelle's up here in the building. I see Owen, I see Power, I see Teresa, I see Tarika, and I see Bella, and I see Ryan. I see Shelly Jean is up in here. Marilyn Wilkins coming in from her new crib. What's up, Stephen Early? Lucky in the house. What's up, man? Great to see you, brother. This is going to be a great Friday. My boy Lucky in the house. I love it. Robin Wilshans is up in here. What's up, Brian? It's great to see you. Thanks for holding me accountable on my scrolls all the time, man. I appreciate you. Mario Sanchez is in the building. All right, we got the whole crew up in here now. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's continue to dive in. Hey, man, I love meeting with you virtually. It's awesome. I also love meeting in person. So listen, if you are in the auto industry, if you are an owner or a general manager of a car dealership, I need you to join me in Atlanta next month. We'll be there October 26th. It's going to be powerful. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Automotive dealer owners and GMs only, exclusively on October 26th, the Technology Matters Summit presented by 800% Elite Automotive Club. We are holding this event at one of the premier dealerships in the United States of America. We will be at Beaver Toyota in Cummins, Georgia. That's right, Beaver Toyota, led by Patrick Abad. I know you've heard of the place. They've had a massive increase in sales over the last 3 years. And we're going to have our event right there on site. So you can check out the store. You can check out all the features. You can check out what some are calling the Disneyland of dealerships as we learn that technology matters from Dan Moore, Aaron Cheeks, Brian Kramer, and so many more. Grab your ticket now. We'll see you there. October 26th, Cummins, Georgia. Don't miss it.
Follow your passion first. When I retired from the game, I sat there asking kind of all the wrong questions. What's the biggest industry I can get into? And it's all the wrong stuff. And you got to sit there and ask yourself, okay, what am I truly passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? And when you feel that way, honestly, you feel like you have never worked a day in your life. It's the most fun thing in the world. You get up in the morning excited about what you're doing. And you got to be really honest with yourself about it. If you wake up in the morning and you're dreading going to work, dude, do something else. Right. Do something else. And those are hard decisions to make. But when you make those decisions, it's a very liberating experience. And you find out that the rewards will come.
I think the best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb. to be a sponge. But you always want to outwork your potential. As hard as you believe you can work harder than that. And that's what I tried to do when I first came in the league. But basketball is such a direct competition sport that me coming in at 17, I hated when my teammates would say, I get hit with an elbow, right? Shaq would hit me with an elbow in practice. And Nick Van Exel would come up and say, "Are you okay?" I'm like, what? Mao, are you okay? What the hell's wrong with you? So I always had that extra chip on my shoulder. So every day in practice for me was really trying to annihilate everybody that I was playing against. Because I wanted to prove you don't need to babysit me. I'm fine, And so it's always that competitive nature, the work ethic, and curiosity. Because I asked a lot of questions. Playing with Byron Scott, I asked him a lot of questions. Eddie Jones, who was great at chasing guards off the screens, and I didn't understand how to do that. I would sit with him before practice, after practice. Magic, all the Laker greats, I would always sit down and just ask them questions about certain games that I studied growing up. What actually happened there? What did you feel there? Why?
We were playing against the Lakers, Tom, and we were out here in LA. So the game was at 7. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come to the Staples Center because we're playing. This is when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. Okay, this is like the championship Lakers. So I'm gonna get there at 3 o'clock, and I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. So, get in the car, get to the gym, get there, and as I'm walking onto the court, who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. So once I set my foot across that line, I started working out. And so I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course I still heard the ball bouncing. I looked down, I'm like, this guy's still working out. He was working out for it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here. Right. And he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant or lazy. He's doing game moves, I sit there and I unlace my shoes. I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. So I sit out there and watch 25 minutes. And he got done. I said, okay, I think I've seen enough. Go play, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us, okay? And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. I have to understand, why he works like that. Right. So after the game is over, I'm like, hey, Kobe, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. And I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
If your job is to try to be the best basketball player you can be, right? To do that, you have to practice, you have to train, right? You want to train as much as you can, as often as you can. So if you get up at 10 in the morning, train at 11, right? 12, say 12, train at 12, train for 2 hours, 12 to 2. You have to let your body recover. So you eat, recover, whatever. You get back out, you train, start training again at 6. Train from 6 to 8, right? And now you go home, you shower, you eat dinner, you go to bed, you wake up, you do it again, right? Those are 2 sessions. Right? Now imagine you wake up at 3, you train at 4, you go 4 to 6, come home, breakfast, relax, blah, blah, blah. Now you're back at it again, 9 to 11, right? Relax, and now all of a sudden you're back at it again, 2 to 4, and now you're back at it again, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4, right? And so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up because they're 5 years behind. Right? So it makes sense to get up and start your day early because you can get more work in. If I start earlier, I can train more hours. And I know the other guys aren't doing it because I know what their training schedule is. Right? So I know if I do this consistently over time, the gap's just going to widen and widen and widen and widen and widen, and they won't be able to get that back. So to me, it was just common sense. I'm thinking, how can I get an advantage? Oh, start earlier. Yeah, let's do that.
How do you develop that, or where do you learn that from?
Well, I think it's just a matter of what's important to you. What's important to you for whatever reason. I felt like I
I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. And so the reason why I can retire now and be completely comfortable about it, because I know that I've done everything I could to be the best basketball player I could be.
It's what I love most about Kobe Bryant. He always took the time to ask the right questions, right? Now, for those of you that are on Clubhouse, you might want to click the link on the top of the screen and come join us over on Facebook real quick, because the ghost of Kobe Bryant is about to come join us this morning. So for those of you that are on Facebook, I need you to get your eyes on the screen for just about 30 seconds, all right? Get your eyes on the screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post this image on the screen. Once I post the image on the screen, I just want you to stare at the middle of the image. You're going to see 4 little white dots in the middle of the image. I just want you to stare at that for about 20 seconds, all right? And then I'm about to blow your mind, because I know it blew mine, all right? So check it out, all right? I see a bunch of people hopping over from Clubhouse. That's great. Okay, perfect. Check this out. All right, I want you to stare at the 4 dots in the middle of the screen. Don't blink your eyes, and just stare at the 4 white dots that are in the middle of the screen, all right? Continue to stare. We're going to stare at those for about 20 seconds. Just look at those 4 white dots, all right? Don't look at anything else for about 15 more seconds. Just continue to look right there. Don't get distracted, all right? For about 10 more seconds, all right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now what I want you to do is look up at the ceiling and just start to blink. Start to blink, 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 blink. Keep blinking your eyes, keep blinking your eyes. Do you see it? Keep blinking your eyes. Do you see it? It's so crazy. Keep blinking your eyes. You can see it. Like, you can even look away and you can look back and you can keep blinking your eyes. Your boy Kobe is with you forever. Isn't that crazy, Ramon? It's nuts, right? Your boy Kobe. You see it, Regina. I know, Jeff. It's crazy, right? See, the spirit of Kobe is now with you forever. He's with you forever. And see, that spirit of Kobe is a spirit where we ask questions. We audit. We analyze. There's a bunch of people on the live now from the Clubhouse thing. I'll pop it up one more time. All right, we'll do it one more time. We'll do it again. All right, you guys ready? All right, right there in the middle of the screen, you got 4 white dots. Just look at the 4 white dots. Look at the 4 white dots. Look at the 4 white dots. Don't look anywhere else. Don't blink. Look at the 4 white dots. Look at the 4 white dots. All right, keep looking. We're going to do that for about 15 more seconds, okay? Keep looking at the white dots. 15 more seconds, 15 more seconds, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now look up at the ceiling. Blink your eyes, blink your eyes, blink your eyes, blink your eyes. Blink them faster. Keep blinking, keep blinking, keep blinking, keep blinking, keep blinking, and you'll see the spirit of Kobe Bryant is now with you. It is with you forever. It's in you. Crazy, right? Yeah. See, your mind is an incredible tool. And see, that illusion, that Kobe Bryant illusion, was actually created just after he passed away, so that we could all carry the spirit of Kobe Bryant with us. And it's absolutely fascinating to me. And so you have to start asking the question. You're like, well, how does our mind work, right? How does that work? We see your brain is a unique and fascinating tool. It is constantly sorting out and filing information, and each piece of information is imprinted somewhere in your mind. And then it starts to sort that info instantly. It's focusing consciously on one thing at a time, and it's putting everything else into a task list, basically. The rest of the data, whatever, you can only literally focus on one thing at a time, and the rest of it gets stored into an autopilot type mode. And see, this is great for the brain, right? It's great for the mind overall because it can stay focused on one thing. It's not so congested. It's like, okay, data, information, store, data, information, store, data, information, store, data, information, store, but it's focusing on one piece of data at a time. It's storing the rest and putting things into autopilot. This is how our habits get created. And this is great for survival, but it's terrible for growth. Let me say that again. This is great for survival, but it's terrible for growth, because what your brain is doing is it's taking all of the data and information and sticking it in a place where you can retrieve it subconsciously versus consciously. That way you can continue to do what? Survive. It's not about growth. It's about survival. Now, when you take that information, you pair it with what Einstein said about insanity. The definition of insanity is repeating the same actions over and over and expecting different results. You see, like it or not, your brain, your mind is actually programming you to stay small. Your brain, your mind is telling you to settle in. Your brain, your mind is telling you to do just enough and ultimately to survive. But yet, for some reason, there's something in your heart that tells you more. There's something in your heart that's saying, no. There's passions that we need to chase. There's dreams that we need to fulfill. There's desires that are left untapped. And so which one is right? Like, what is best for you? Do we listen to our brain that says, make sure we have enough to survive? Or do we listen to our heart that says, let's go for more? You see, in order to determine which one you need to listen to, you got to ask the right questions. And in order for us to figure out how far forward we go, we have to look back. Last year around this time, I was doing a show called #Rise and Grind. We were rapidly approaching our 1,000th episode. What's up, Matt Naimi? I'm glad you're here, brother. We were rapidly approaching our 1,000th episode. We were also doing something called Breakfast with Champions over on an app called Clubhouse. And we were trying to figure out really what that looked like. We had been running for about 9 months at that point in time. We had a CEO or a COO that was helping run that company, and we were just literally trying to sort and figure out what it was going to look like. Also, last year around this time, I was a little heavier than I wanted to be when I take a good look. And I was exercising, but not necessarily regularly. I was just starting to figure out that I kind of liked this idea of maybe running every once in a while, even a little bit more than lifting weights. My company, 800% Elite Auto, we were kind of figuring out where we were at. We had 3 employees, and we were just kind of getting an idea of what we really can do. And my relationship with my wife and my kids was phenomenal. And financially, we were doing better than I would have thought we would have been doing 2 years into entrepreneurship. But of course, I knew there was more there, right? So when I look back and then I look at where we are today, we have this new show called GM3X that I am ridiculously inspired and so passionate about being here with you every single morning. Today, Breakfast with Champions has gone to new and incredible levels. As a matter of fact, I have a huge announcement to make this morning because our new COO is a guy that you guys know as Ramon Ray. Ramon Ray is going to be taking the reins with Breakfast with Champions. He is going to be taking his skills as a multimedia company creator, builder, founder, owner, and seller. I know he's sold a couple of companies. He's now going to take Breakfast with Champions to a level I couldn't possibly ever take it to. So I'm super excited to announce Mr. Ramon Ray stepping into that role. Is going to be huge for Breakfast with Champions, huge for me, huge for what we can do in the mornings and the impact that we're going to be able to make around the world. When I look at my company, 800% Elite Auto, we've more than doubled our clients, more than doubled our reach. We've doubled our technology, and that number is looking to double again in the next 30 days. Financially, I'm in the best place that I've ever been in my entire life. My relationship is the strongest it's ever been in my entire life. I am at a weight that I love, and I can run stinking mile after mile after mile. When a year ago, I never even imagined I could run one. So when I look back, my answer to that question as I look back is, I think I need to continue to do more of chasing what's in my heart. Because as I continue to chase those passions, I can see that I'm getting a reward from it. You see, I'm asking the right questions. I'm auditing the 7 major areas of my life: my faith, my fitness, my finances, my friends, my family, my career, and ultimately how I feel about myself. So I want to challenge you to start asking those questions. Are you making decisions with your head or with your heart? And are the decisions you're making moving you towards the best version of yourself that you can possibly be? When you look back a year ago, are you progressing towards the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be? Because I believe with all of my heart that you and I are children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God has a desire for us to become the best versions of ourselves. Not average version, not a below average version, not a little bit above average, but the absolute best versions, you and me, best that we can possibly be. And I also believe that in order for us to do that, we have to make sure that we're asking the right questions. We have to make sure that we're looking back to see how far we can go. Listen, friends, if nobody's told you yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. I do. I love you. I love sharing this time with you. I love sharing this space with you. It's incredible. Thank you for going with me and being a part of this journey. I could never do any of these things without you. I'm telling you, man, we stopped doing episodes of Rise and Grind. On November 5th, we did the 1,000th episode. And I was like, all right, we're going to put it to bed. We're going to kind of evolve into some different things. And for 6 months, we didn't do a morning show. And I can honestly tell you, after constant auditing and evaluation of the situation, I can honestly tell you, I am a better man when I start my mornings with you. So thank you for that. I absolutely stinking love you. I'm going to head over to Clubhouse. We're going to have some more discussion. If you're watching this on replay, we have Breakfast with Champions over on Clubhouse from 5 a.m. till 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. You're welcome to come join us over there. Otherwise, have an amazing weekend. And then I'll see you again Monday morning. We'll do it all over again, 5:30 a.m. on GM3X. Take that spirit of Kobe with you, all right? See ya.
So far away, I saw you not so long ago. Was it just yesterday? Got that old feeling that I know. In the dark of the night, I'll be alright. The sun will arise. Of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisper I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will rise.